What's going on, everyone, and welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Zola, the newest film from Janicza. Bravo. Now, before we begin, if you like this channel, awesome, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium, hit that notification bell at the top to find out what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome, hit that like button, as well as comment below any video that you watch, including this one. So this story of Zola is a really fascinating story, and it's one that really kind of took me off guard because of how it transitioned from what it was to a movie. And it's also something that's been getting a lot of buzz since Sundance of 2020, but it's the story of a character named Zola, of course, who's played by Taylour Paige, and she is a dancer, a stripper. She's friends with this character named Stephanie, who's played by Keough, and in the process of their friendship, they get together and decide they're going to, with Stephanie's boyfriend and a roommate of sorts, they're going to go to Tampa, Florida, where it is known as like one of the strip club cities in the capital of the United States. And so they go down there and they do the stripping and stuff like that. Then they get in prostitution, and it just kind of goes out of control. It becomes a huge nightmare for Zola, of course. And it's a wild, kind of crazy story that's in its essence told like a Twitter story, like a story that you would see online. And it's an interesting, fascinating thing because you hear like Twitter tweets and stuff like that. You'll hear like dings and stuff that you would hear from like a Twitter or Facebook if you have your volume turned on and stuff like that. So it's very recognizable and stuff like that. And on top of that, there are some points where the dialogue is just split up in 148 characters or whatever, however many characters it is. But it's one of these stories that just kind of for an hour and 27 minutes kind of just delves into the darkness of a woman's journey through this kind of weird, kind of psychotic weekend. And the thing that kind of really is crazy about the story is, like a lot of movies that you watch, like a lot of TV shows or anything of that nature, the way these stories are created, the way they are processed and brought into Hollywood and stuff like that, can come out of literally anywhere. So it can come out of a book, it can come out of Facebook, it can come out of a newspaper article, it can come out of like a story someone tells to another person as like a fable and stuff like that. So reading up on this, and this is very famous and where the story came from, it came from a 148 tweet story that was posted on Twitter, and it was done by this person named Zola. The person's real name is just subbed down to Zola, and it basically plays out just like the movie plays out, but it's just really fascinating to think about. Like, this 148 tweet story got turned into this hour and 27 minute movie, and it's a really fascinating experience to kind of thrust this tweet into a movie and kind of listen to the dings, to kind of pace yourself and kind of realize where they may have stopped the tweet, where they may have started the tweet, the different experiences from the other side, from Stephanie's side. It's kind of just a mixture of all these different things that was very, very famous in this tweet storyline. And with that said, this is also a movie that is very low budget. It's an A24 movie. It has very interesting ways it uses music, the way it uses pacing, the way it uses tension, and it feels very much like something like Uncut Gems, where you go in with a very uncomfortable, tense sense, and it just doesn't let up as the movie moves along. So it's also a movie that premiered at Sundance in 2020, so it's had quite a ride getting here to June or July of 2021, but that was all due to, unfortunately, to the pandemic and whatnot. So like I said earlier, this movie is very similar to Uncut Gems when it comes to like the nature of the characters, which are very unlikable, and the tense, pulsing nature of the story itself, how you never feel like you can leave the edge of your seat because you're just constantly, your heartbeat is racing so quickly and so fast, and at the end of the movie you just feel like so gross and kind of you want to take a shower. And in the long run, my take on this movie isn't that it's a bad movie, because it's not, because Keough and Taylour Paige are pretty good in the movie. I think in the long run it's just a movie that I don't find very comfortable in its nature. I'm not a big fan of. I don't like these types of movies, and I was not expecting this movie to be like Uncut Gems. I was expecting this movie to be kind of a little more humorous and a little more fantastical in a lot of aspects. But what I got was a movie that is just a genre of films that I don't understand why they're loved as much as they are. I don't get it. It's just a movie that really felt just so disgusting, just made me feel so gross in a lot of aspects. It's not from Janicza Bravo's directing or anything. It's just there's something off about these movies that just makes me feel like there's something wrong with me for watching it, and I just can't get on board with these types of movies, which is really strange because I like dark comedies, which this movie is very much a dark comedy. But when it comes down to like the physical nature of what these people are doing, how they're acting, how they're you know, treating each other, I guess. It's just, I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. So overall, this movie just wasn't for me. It was an interesting movie, an interesting concept to take a tweet-based story and turn it into a movie like this. And, you know, coming down, like I said, to Uncut Gems, I just didn't feel like I got anything out of this movie when I finally finished it. And it's a shame. It really is. But in the long run, sometimes these movies just aren't for, you know, for people like me or anybody. And, you know, that's what it ends up coming down to. So overall, movie's interesting, just to me personally not a great movie. So, and like I said, I think Janicza Bravo has a pretty decent career ahead of her and stuff like that. She's done a couple other films like Lemon. But with that said, that'll do it. That'll be my take on Zola, which is actually at Zola, which is, you know, pretty cool for a Twitter account and stuff like that. But in the comments below, did you see this movie? Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite part? If you didn't, did you like stuff like Uncut Gems and all that good stuff? But let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, if you like what you see on this channel, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell at the top to find what's coming next. If you like any of these videos, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.